Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu, and the only thing you have to worry about today is this match between Royal Hunts playing as the UK forces, starting with a Tommy section, as they all do, infantry section, and Theodosius playing as the Ostherr, as the Wehrmacht, as the German forces, as the quick tier 1 build, as the MG into Grenadier build, or MG into something. All we know for now is that there's an MG. What follows after that is a mystery that none may probe. We'll know in a sec. If we don't get Grenadiers, we do get Grenadiers. You know, you never know when somebody's saving for a sniper. Try and pick away at those 4-man Tommy squads. They're not cheap to reinforce. They're not very large. There's only 4 of them. Is that guy's... His canteen is not floating. His canteen looked like it was floating, but it's not floating. Can't get close enough to their butts. There we go. There we go. It's on a strap. Great, good stuff. What's that on the back? Is that like a what is that? It's like a walking 3. Okay, welcome YouTube, I'm back. Sorry, I accidentally hit F12 trying to reset my camera angle, so I stopped recording for a moment. You didn't miss anything interesting. I was trying to figure out what the stick on the Tommy's back was, and I didn't make any progress. Maybe it's like an entrenching tool, but you gotta screw something to the top of it. God, what is it? Maybe it's just for bonking people on the head? If anybody in chat knows what that stick on the back of the Tommies is, let me know. So, we have our first building entrance of the map. This map is all about the buildings. One of the reasons we saw an MG out first. Notice the MG is not set up. Theodosius is waiting for an engagement and also figuring there's not going to be an engagement around this fuel unless the British are super aggressive, and you don't often see the British being quite that aggressive, so there's no reason, 2 reasons not to set up the MG. Now it's on the move. And here we go. Building versus building. Mono on mono. Window on window. Oh, it's over. It was good while it lasted. You know, I had a lot of fun. That was pretty good. I think I'm satisfied with this match now. Maybe we can just stop watching. But I'm gonna stick around to see if anything else happens. It's a detachable shovel, says Rydong. Raydong. Great, thanks. So yeah, it's some sort of entrenching tool. Yeah. We could all use a shovel that we could carry around on our backs, couldn't we? Good for making holes. I think in there's this upcoming game called Soldiers: Arena. It's like a new Men of War / Soldiers Heroes of World War II game, and I think the plan in that game is that soldiers will be able to entrench themselves. If you give them enough time, they can dig like a foxhole or something, which they can sort of do in the original. Or in Men of War and stuff. Some of them come with like sandbags and stuff, but this is less, not like sandbags, it's just digging foxholes. So we have a really interesting engagement going on here. This MG hops in this building, which is, I feel like, rarely utilized. Its arc of fire is just out of the way for those Tommies, but that's okay. There's Pioneers here, and although these Grenadiers are being forced out, we have a mortar falling. Oh man, if that first mortar shell had hit right in the middle of those Tommies instead of slightly to the left, that would have basically wiped the squad and almost been GG, especially since those Grenadiers made it out of there on the right, and also on the left, I suppose. But as it stands, a lot of Grenadiers were forced off, so the British player is probably going to be relatively happy with how this turned out. They were forced off pretty badly over here on the left, but they did also force off 2 Grenadier squads, so there's sort of parity. This Tommy squad is happy to keep capping over on the right, and in terms of map control, we have basically even. The German, I guess, getting a bit more fuel from Lord knows what. I guess it must be strategic points, that's the only thing, but less munitions somehow. Oh, I guess because the German munitions is being captured over here. Raydong says, Men of War is too brutal. Shame its servers are made by Chinese wage slave labor. I think it's just peer-to-peer hosting, so that's why the servers are terrible. It's just whoever's hosting the game. No dedicated servers is how it works. Flamethrowers. Oh man, they're taking some damage. I guess, yeah, it's only from the crew of the machine gun. Got some good shots on those people in red cover, but they're flamers, so they push them out of the church. Anyways, how many kills on the mortar? 0. Interesting to see the mortar repositioned to the right. You would have thought maybe it would stay over in the middle where all the action tends to happen and where all the buildings are, so you get some good targets. The Vickers is going to town on the church. Is going to easily destroy those pioneers if they stick around, so they got to hop out. There's too much stuff to look at. The mortar does get a hit on these people, but again, the Grenadiers are forced off, and they're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go charging in. I don't care if there's a mortar. If I keep moving, the mortar can't hit me. Maybe I'll get close enough to even kill a mortar. And over here, an MG versus Tommies in a building with a 5-man squad upgrade. So we are up to 5-men squads. Eek, the Tommies stopped charging, forced off by another Grenadier, and this is already such a brutal game. There's fights going on everywhere. I don't know if these Tommies, how well they're going to enjoy that house for a while, but I suppose they're just trying to rack up some damage on the MG, because eventually once you get the MG's health bar low enough, you can flank it or something and push it off, and that'll buy you a lot of space, so it's worth trading some Tommy manpower and some Tommy time for that eventual possibility. But the British player decides, fuck it, I'm getting out of the house, I'm going over here, I'm capping some stuff. Where is the bunker? Okay, makes sense. Medic bunker. As expected. What up, Tycho? Long-time YouTube watcher, first-time Twitch watcher. Welcome, Jesus Stores. Thanks for stopping by. If all my YouTube watchers would become Twitch watchers, I'd be like one of the biggest Company Heroes Twitch channels. But we're not there yet. I gotta stream a bit before that. Otherwise, nobody's gonna follow me on Twitch. Look at this. They got a Bren. They got a Bren. Their medic section. They got 5 people in it. These Tommies are rip-roaring, ready to go. Vickers is unset up. Interesting choice there. I don't know if that's 100% on purpose. I think the idea is maybe the mortar's gonna try shooting at me, so I want to stay unset up until what are they doing? Stop! What is it? These guys don't know where they're going. They're like, way the fuck over here. I guess that makes it hard for the mortar to hit you. Yuck, yuck, yuck. They're regrouping. Much better. Some of the pathing in this game, my god. It is probably a tough problem to sort of make squads all go together. Not a lot of games have squads, probably for that reason, but yes. Yes. How's the mortar doing? They got out of the building. Very good. Jesus, so much death, so many kills in just this early part of the game. The Pioneers up to 2 kills, Tommy's up to 2 kills, the mortar up to 1 kill, these guys up to 6 kills, these guys up to 2 kills, these guys 1, 3, 1, 1. They're just picking at each other. Why does the mortar have a red tail? It didn't always have like an orange red glowing tail, did it? I'm not making that up. This is the map with Tycho's favorite church that tests faith every match, says K-Scars. Yes, for those of you wondering what's up with that, if you search on my YouTube channel for the Company Heroes 2 video entitled Decisive Proof of the Existence of God, that will clue you in about this church. We'll see. Its health bar is looking A-okay. I don't think it's been bombarded by the mortar yet, although it's about to change. Bam, right on the steeple. And look, we have a mechanized company. So are we going to see an armored car or just an AT gun to try and be ready for the AEC that's maybe coming out? We have a Royal Engineers before any sort of vehicle, which is an interesting teching choice by Royal Hans. What are they shooting at? Why was the machine gun shooting at that house? My entire worldview has been shaken. I don't know what's going on there. I want to look at the doctrines, but there's too much fighting going on for me to hover over any of this stuff and block everything. Just that brief tantalizing glimpse already made me interested, because that looked kind of weird. Oh, they're in red cover, which is good versus flames, but not good enough. I think, the Bren coming in. They're good to go. Jesus, they took a lot of damage from those flamethrowers, from that flamethrower. It's just one, given that they were in red cover, which should have helped. But to no avail. This is, it's going to be bad for the mortar team once this Bren gets the flank going, but they have bigger fish to fry, that LMG Gren squad, and here's the scout car coming out. It's in the fight, and the Bren pushed off. What's the, oh, it's too late to check the British doctrines. We went Special Weapons Regiment to get a tank hunter squad to deal with the armored car, so that I think is probably the British plan all along. That's their plan against fast armored cars or something like that. They just grab the tank hunter from their doctrine, and here's the tank hunters coming in. Are they going to be fast enough to save anything? We'll see. It's going to be a while before these are dislodged from their houses by the armored car. Frankly, I'm not even sure the armored car could dislodge this Bren squad and this Vickers squad from the house. I'd actually be worried about my armored car taking too much damage while it's trying to do that, so it's going to have to be up to sort of the Pioneers with the flamethrowers to do that. Do you need something? Where are the tank hunters? Here they are. There we go. Ooh, and the armored car's driving forward. This could get ugly. What is this? A heat grenade. Cool. Oh, no, this is going to kill these Tommies real fast. Yeah, they got to hop out. You don't want those Brens killed because this is, oh, they're retreating. That's the choice. You don't want the Brens dying because that's a big part of your anti-infantry capabilities along with the Vickers. Especially now that the Grenadiers are popping out the LMG 42s. You want to be careful and you want to keep some anti-infantry stuff around. The tank hunters have yet to do... Oh, they're in the church. No, they're not in the church. I saw the Vickers packing up its little tripod and it looked like a Piat. The fucking tank hunters were pushed off while I wasn't even looking. Oof, so that's some breathing room for the armored car, which only has 1 kill so far, but we'll see what it does with this breathing room. How many kills on the mortar? Just 1 kill. Wow, a lot of 1-kill units for the Germans, making themselves felt more in terms of map presence and stuff than in terms of damage done. Vickers is getting real low. The armored car is going to finish it off if it doesn't get out. We'll have to see if it chases. Probably not. Ooh, it's doing it. Here's the chase. It's too late, though. Too late. Out in the open versus green cover Brens. Not going to happen. Just a church. Is the MG going to try and set up in green cover here and fire? Now it's going to the house. It's probably a better choice, but it would be nice to cap that little strategic point. Just for the extra income. Okay, we should really look at the doctrines before the German player picks one. So we have Jaeger Armor Doctrine, which I haven't seen in a while. We'll see if we got that for an elephant or something. I don't know. Mobile Defense Doctrine, pretty boring. Lightning War Doctrine, oh, interesting. That's kind of an interesting little doctrine. Another way to get G43s on your Grenadiers. So much stuff happening. So much stuff happening. Both players being hyper-aggressive just the way we like it. And what's the teching going to be for the British? We still don't have... do we have the armored car upgrade? We've got these things. We don't have... No, we don't have the armored car upgrade, so British player really not wanting to tech at this point. Doesn't want to commit to anything. We have another 2 LMGs on these Gren squads, so the Gren squads are really busting out the LMGs. We'll see if the Brens can hold up against the Grens. The Brens versus the Grens. The fight of the century. The match of the patch. The excitement of the... Yeah, there's a lot of Brens too. 3 Bren squads versus 3 LMG Gren squads. I keep wanting to look at the tank hunter squad to see what's up with that versus the armored car, but all the action seems to be going on over here, for instance, the LMGs versus the Brens, and also in the middle where there's some bombardment and Vickers and stuff. Ooh, here come the Royal Engineers just in time to force off these really low Gren squads. But there's another LMG Gren squad, which is going to be a pain in the ass. The tracers hitting the car don't mean anything. The small arms fire calculates its hits and misses entirely distinctly from the visual effect, but it still sort of makes it look like they're not doing any damage to the Royal Engineers. When they are in fact. Oop, that thing got killed and it cooked off all its ammo. That's a nice little detail. Sometimes when you blow up the ammo boxes and there's little explosions as the ammo cooks off. In Men of War, when you blow up an ammo box, the ammo actually cooks off and it actually kills people. So that's an even better detail. Here come Brens right in the face of these Grens. This guy really do some damage. Sometimes. Their health bar's going down pretty fast. I wasn't lying. And whoop, right back into the church. Yes. Maybe we can get some shots on it. Surprising. Yes, I'm really surprised they didn't retreat. They should have retreated a little earlier. Maybe going to lose a squad because of this. Bren's firing. Ooh, they hop out of the building. Maybe they were out of chances to shoot, but I would have liked to see one more burst. That was a very lucky Gren squad. It should have retreated immediately, and it was very surprising that it didn't. And a bit of a miscalculation. Grenade goes in, doesn't do anything. The Tommies are like, fuck. And here we go. Where are the tank hunters? They're over here just fucking off. How many kills does the armored car have? 3 kills. Really, really little, very little. And 2 kills for them. Very surprising how few kills these things are getting. Trouser Demons, Men of War 2 worth getting into. You know, it's a small community and stuff, so it can be tough to sort of just come into the game de novo, which means sort of blank slate, sort of. But it is a really excellent game. I love it a lot. Hopefully I'll have some videos on YouTube sooner rather than later with some more gameplay. But if you want, maybe you wait for Soldiers Arena, which is sort of a new Men of War game coming out. They're trying for early access in Q1 2018, so January, February, March 2018. We'll see if that happens, but if that happens, then maybe that should be what you go for rather than Assault Squad 2. But Assault Squad 2 is still pretty cool. So a lot of damage from the Tank Hunter people on the armored car. It's at half health now. Where are the Pyos? There's some pyos, so, you know, it's probably going to be fine. We have a tank coming out. It's a, what is that? It's a Stug. I should have known because it's so low to the ground, but it's a little hard to tell, the silhouettes, sometimes. A Stug is going to be a problem for the British. We've got to have some British teching. There's only, well, there's 100 fuel in the bank, but I feel like that's less than the British would have if they weren't teching, so probably there's some teching somewhere. No teching, no British teching, no anything, just 100% infantry versus this armored car and now the Stug. So we'll see what happens. Space Honor says the micromanagement in Assault Squad 1 felt pretty horrific. People complain about that. I don't like, your opponent has just as much to micro as you do. It's not like there's like more things you have to click than they do. It's all even. And I never really, I don't know, it didn't seem like more to micro than Company Heroes or something. You gotta dodge grenades and stuff in this just as much as you gotta dodge them in Assault Squad. Royal Engineers trying to get some damage done with their stens close up this building. There's no windows on this side, so they're safe, except that I think the mortar is shooting at them. What is going on? These guys are getting crossfire from like 6 directions. Interesting grenade. That was a good dodge. I guess maybe the dodge didn't go off before the grenade went off, but it seemed like it because they took no damage. We have an MG42 on the Stug. It's somehow not going into the fight. And I think, yeah, the British player has not seen the Stug yet. Maybe they're about to see it. Oh, now they see it. Now that the British player sees that, here's another grenade. Man, really excellent dodges by Theodosius on this MG 42, getting away from the grenade. So now the British player has seen the Stug. So the question is, what do you do with your 130 fuel now that you know your opponent has teched to a Stug and gone to a Stug? What's the plan? 4 Grenadier squads with LMGs, 4 Tommy squads with LMGs. And the difference is really the tanks and the indirect fire that the German player has. Still only 2 kills on this mortar. It's up to Vet 2. It's been firing so often. And only 5 kills on the armored car. Again, up to Vet 2. Been firing and been fired. Oh, wow, a sniper. That's a pretty late sniper for the Germans. I don't have to tell you that. 16, 17 minutes in. And here's the teching that we wanted from the British. We have a 6-pounder coming out. And we have either the tank or the tank upgrade. The tank. The Cromwell tank is coming. So we'll see. We'll see. A 6-pounder is more than a match for a Stug because the Stug can't circle strafe it, and it's got real great penetration, so it doesn't have to worry about bouncing off the Stug 19 times out of 20, and that's without a Cromwell backing it up, and it will have a Cromwell backing it up. So that's where all the fuel went, and we still don't have a doctrine picked. What does this get you? Tactical movement, Osttroppen, Stug, close air support, Tiger. Maybe we'll see a Tiger. Man, some nice crossfire from these Brens and Vickers going in. Plinking away, but there is that mortar wherever it is, and that'll eventually dislodge them. There's the sniper that'll dislodge them. Sniper takes its first shot. Now the British may actually not know there's a sniper if he's not paying 100% attention, because you don't get the unit sniped notification if it doesn't hit anybody, I think. But there's a squad down, and suddenly the Cromwell's on the field. There may be another squad down in a moment, but luckily there's a Stug there to protect it. So now looks like the Germans very briefly on the back foot lost a squad there, and I think that was the first squad to go down in the game. Once the fighting dies down, we'll check the stat screen, and I think that will be, that's not the stat screen. Yeah, that was the first squad loss in the entire game, that Gren squad going down to the surprise Cromwell. Cromwell here, got a fight for us. Yeah, I've got a fight for you. Ooh, it's a Panzer IV coming out, so that's a response to a Cromwell. I've seen people poo-pooing the Panzer IV. I think AE was poo-pooing the Panzer IV on the King of the Hill stream today, if anybody watched that here on Twitch. People on YouTube obviously haven't, because it's not today, it's many, many days in the past, but yeah. They were poo-pooing the Panzer IV on that stream, and I think I'm a Panzer IV fan. I'm a Panzer IV apologist. It's a good jack-of-all-trades tank. It shoots a lot of things, and it doesn't afraid of anything. AT infantry trying to get some work done, but too little, too late. It's just to keep the armored car out of these fights, I guess. Accumulate some damage. How many kills? 2 kills on the sniper, more than I thought. I guess they were picking away at the AT people. K-Scar says, the English voice dub in Men of War is always a good laugh. Yes. For king and country. Yeah, they have some pretty funny voices in Men of War. They're bad, but funny. I think Rock, Paper, Shotgun might have like an article on it. I may be making that up. See, I told you the 6-pounder could kill Stoogs. If you doubted me, you owe me an apology because it is fucking owning. Oh no! Whew, that was a Royal Engineers, I think. Yeah. Yikes, you don't want to lose those because now you can't repair the Cromwell. Woof. You gotta pay attention to the health bars on these buildings, guys. Otherwise, your squad gets wiped. Jesus. Yeah, look at them. Those are Royal Engineers, all right. Painful. That's a really bad loss. That's a really bad loss to take. The fuck was the Vicar shooting at? Twice this match, fucking machine guns have shot at fucking nothing, and I have no clue what is happening.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
Surprisme 101 says Cromwell better than P4? Question mark. Space Honor says Cromwell's faster. Maybe they're about equal. Yeah, they're about equal. I don't know. I guess if I'm fighting tanks, I think I want a Panzer IV. If I'm fighting infantry, I'd want a Cromwell, but they're more or less the same. Crom's faster, but I think P4 has better penetration, says Will 1276. Yeah, the Panzer IV has got a better gun, is the impression I've got. Which matters versus tanks, of course. Sniper up to 5 kills, not too bad. Stug doing some good damage, and ooh, the sniper's been picking away at the AT gun, so this is suddenly looking a little bad for the British. They did rebuild the Royal Engineers, so they're here to repair, which is really good. The German, if the German were psychic, now would be the chance to attack, because there is almost no anti-infantry here. You just run in with the sniper and the mortar and kill everything, but it's not happening. Panzer IV, how many kills? 5. That's more than I was expecting. Maybe the Panzer IV was the thing that collapsed the building and killed the Royal Engineers. We'll see how many kills the mortar had. The mortar has 2 kills, so I suspect it did not collapse the building. This mortar, by the way, is almost to Vet 3 with 2 kills, which is just insane in the membrane. That speaks to how well it's been utilized to do damage, and how badly it's been doing in terms of killing things. Cromwell snipes a guy. Good job, Cromwell. How many kills does the sniper have? 6. Okay, could be worse. 7. Could be much worse. It's sniper. This is a real nice map for snipers because people are so, especially as the game drags on. So it's cool to get a light sniper because people are so hunkered down in these buildings. They end up perfect targets for the sniper, and especially when the German has sort of machine guns and what the fuck is the machine gun I'm facing that way? Machine guns and LMGs and mortars and Stugs and stuff. That's a lot of protection for the sniper to hide behind. So it's kind of it's a pretty good pick for a late game sniper this time. 8 kills. Not bad. Still anybody's game. This Cromwell, the 6-pounder, and the VP control, look at the Germans ticking down 266 VPs, mean that the British is looking pretty good, but I think the German's looking a bit better. Just a wee bit. Not a lot of bit, but a wee bit. We can maybe have a tiger at some point bust out, so keep that. We can even have an elephant bust out at some point, so keep that in mind. With Cromwell heading to the left, the British player adjusting their tactics. The British player Royal Hans is now saying, this hasn't been working super well, being in the middle like this. I'm sending the Cromwell, and in fact a lot of units, over to the left, and we'll see what I can make happen there. Where the tank hunters are just back at base. Sniper is still picking people off. 9 kills, Vet 1. Also sending some people on the right, so it looks like for now the British is kind of just pulling out of the middle, even sending the AT guns to the left, which is really important. 2 AT guns, by the way. So yeah, really interesting tactics choice by the British player, sort of shifting to the left and the right of this map instead of going down the center, as has been tried in the past and has not been working in the past. Panzer IV managing to shoot the ground. Everybody loves that. There we go. There's a hit into the building. And, woof. Where's the attack going? I guess we can go back to watching this fight. Yikes. There's incendiary rounds popped on that machine gun to try and kill the... Oh, they didn't retreat. They're dead. Right? Oh, the machine gun fires at the other squad! Could have been a wipe right there. A Vet 3 Tommy squad with a Bren could have gone down, but instead he wanted to suppress this Tommy squad with a Bren. That's also Vet 3. I guess that's a choice, but... could have been better. Could have been better. Not the Royal Engineers. They're new. They're new to this game. They're innocent. They're blameless. They have no kills. You can't hurt them. Ah, but they're forced off. The tank hunters force them off with a grenade. Was that a... Oh, the tank hunters have normal grenades. Okay. Good to know. And look, we're back in the middle. Careful with this church. The health bar's getting low. Remember what happened to the Royal Engineers? Remember the Royal Engineers.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Not the capture point. Oh, nice cutoff actually going by these grenadiers. That's going to cut off the fuel. Did the sniper just snipe somebody?
The enemy cut our supply
Yes. How many kills? 11. So not insane. Not insane. Oh, 12. Ooh, picking off the AT gun. That's a good use. We'll see if these Bren people can chase him off. Is he in cover? He's trying to cloak. Ooh, here comes a tank. This could get weird. This could get strange. Here's the Cromwell. Cromwell does half damage to the sniper. I guess misses, but the splash damage hits the sniper, so that's interesting. And both sides sort of back up from that fight. What's over here? The cutoff has been not only enacted, but cap. That's a quick decap. That seems very quick. I don't know, something's wrong with my brain. Somehow these things seem to go going faster than they usually go. But yeah, so we have the cutoff being reestablished by the British. They're going to go from plus 13 fuel back up to plus 23, so things are looking better. And we have a doctrine picked by Theodosius, Lightning War Doctrine.
damned enemies tried to take a point from us.
For what? For what purposes? For the Tiger tank? We're pretty close. We're 20 fuel away. 25 fuel away from a Tiger tank. So that could be exciting. Probably not G43s, right? Because all the Grenadiers already have... oh, is it going to go down? One burst. Ooh, it's down, but it's decrewed instead of destroyed. So that's good for the Germans. It's really annoying to decrew those things with Grenadiers because it's 3 people out of the squad. They both got to go back to base and reinforce. But nice pick off there. Got the vet off of it at least. And so yeah, it's not going to be G43s because the Grenadiers have LMGs. Already. What does it cost? 45 versus 60. Interesting. Maybe this could be tactical movement. That's nice for sprinting around. Relief infantry. Don't know about that. Why not? You've got a lot of fuel, so call in some Stukas. But maybe it's going to be the Tiger. We're so close. Do it. Do it. Oh, called it. I clicked the button and it came. But also, we have a Churchill Crocodile. Flares. That's a sniper flare, right? No, it's a mortar flare. Yeah, obviously. They get flares, right? They don't. I'm making stuff up. It's a sniper flare. Do snipers get... Snipers don't get flares. That's a British flare. The crocodile comes with flares. Forgot about that. That makes no sense. Why does that happen? Why did they put that in the game? But yeah, it's gonna be crocodile versus tiger. I'm excited. That's a matchup that you maybe sometimes see in nature, right? So this is like a BBC Nature documentary all of a sudden, complete with British people. So the tiger's over on the right. We have the crocodile over. Oops, it's wiping a Pio squad almost, but not quite, which is good because that Pio squad can now repair. Tiger's barrel's turning all the way around. The turret's turning all the way around. How many kills on the sniper? 14. Lots of the British commander abilities are like that, says Space Honor. Yeah, Relic just wants really, really extra, as the kids would say these days. Bam! Tiger does not fuck around. 7 kills. Oh, it's gonna get a rear hit. Yeah, what do you do? Whoa, that's got a lot of health. Crocodile is a tough cookie. It's a very maroon tough cookie. And it's just driving over shit. So things looking a little squiffy, as the British might say, but this is turnaroundable. If you can somehow kill the tiger, and with 6-pounders, it's really not an insurmountable task. You can really just plink away at the tiger with these things. Like, here, watch, it's gonna happen. Bonk, see, look at that. I guess that's not a lot of damage, but still, that's damage. Oop, engine hit. Boom, that was not a penetration, but... Oh, are they gonna hop in the building? This is scary. Don't hop in the building. Tiger's gonna shoot you and you're gonna die. Watch it. Fucking called it! Fucking called it! Don't do that with buildings! That's not how you win the game. The way to win the game is to do something different. It's not hop in a building with a health bar like that. So, okay, British is like, alright, plan B, drive up there with my tanks, but that's not happening. This fucking AT gun's getting decrewed, that's not good, at least it doesn't have vet. Where's this one? There's a fucking clusterfuck over here. It's a good thing we're not getting... Oh, I was about to say it's a good thing we're not getting close air support, but here it comes. Here comes the close air support, and this could get really bad. Ooh, this is maybe the Stuka's coming in. Everything is getting lit up. That's the end of one tank. The Tiger's going to pop the other pretty soon. Not even the Tiger. I think the Panther or the Stug popped it. This is going to be GG. Yeah, that's GG. Wow, that was a lot of fireworks at the end, so I hope you people were excited by that. That was pretty, that was a hell of a way to end a game. It all started going downhill when the tank hunters hopped in this building and got themselves fucked, because that was the end of the snares for the British, and the only chance after that was your opponent throwing their tanks away or mounting an assault like the British did. But that didn't happen, so if the assault didn't happen, then GG.